Hi, welcome to my video on smallest positive coterminal angle. Smallest positive coterminal angle lies between 0 and 360. Remember, it has to be positive, not negative, and it has to lie between 0 and 360 within one rotation. Greater than 0, less than 360. Find the smallest positive coterminal angle for each. A, if the angle of rotation is greater than 360, keep subtracting 360 until it becomes 0 to 360. So if I have 390 and I take off 360, then I have a 30 degree. So smallest positive coterminal angle to 390. Remember, 390 is one revolution plus that. So if you were graphing 390 degrees, you would have all this in there. But if you graph just the 30, like that, you would have less confusion, because 390 and 30 are in the first quadrant with the same terminal arm. You have 150. 150 is already the smallest positive coterminal angle. It lies between 0 and 360 and is positive. It's no change. 1320, too large. Take off 360. 0, 6, 960. 960, take off 360 again. 0, 0, 6. Too large. Take off 360 again. Oh, I didn't mean to put that there, put it right there. 0, 4, so that's 240. So 1,320 degrees is the same as 240 degrees. Imagine graphing 1,023, excuse me, 1,320. It's easy to graph to 240. 760, too large, take off 360. 504. Still too large, take off 360 again. 5, 4. So 765 is the same as 45, smallest positive coterminal angle. And let's reverse it. If negative, keep adding 360 until it becomes 0 to 360. So if it's negative, you add on. If it's positive, you subtract. Just do the reverse. So if you got a negative 150, you add on 360, which really means that you're subtracting from it. So you add on a negative and a positive. So it's 360, subtract 150, 0, 1. So it's a positive 110, positive 210. You got a negative 140, and we add on 360, 360, and 240 negative, 0 to 120. So 120 degrees is the smallest positive coterminal angle for 240. And we got 765, so we're going to add on 360, 5, 0, 4, and then we're going to, that's a negative, so we're going to add on 360 again. So that's a 5, 4. So we have negative, and we add on 360 again. So 360 and a negative 45 is 315 degrees. So 315 degrees is coterminal to. Now another way is just take your calculator. Take your calculator and go 390, subtract 360. And if you take your calculator and subtract 360, you keep subtracting here with a calculator until you get down to the positive rotation. Or if you take a calculator, and I'll do one for you. Here we go. Let's take a calculator here, and let's take this one, just to show you. Make it negative 150, and we're going to add on 360. And you get the 210. Or if you take this one right here, negative, this is the negative button, this is the subtraction button, negative 765, add on 360. And then you add on 360. Add on 360, and you get your 315 degrees. And vice versa, if you took the 390 up here and you subtracted 360, you'll get the angle you want, 30. So you can use your calculator to work out that, which is a good way to do it. You won't make a mistake, just to make sure, but it's your choice. Here we go. Find the smallest positive coterminal angle for each. So 480, you're going to take off 360, and you get 120 degrees. 750, you're going to subtract 360, and 0, 9, and that gives you 390. And you're going to subtract 360 again, so you get 30 degrees. So 750 is the same as 30 without doing the 2 revolutions. And a negative 135, you're going to add on 360. That gives you 522. That gives you 225. Again, here's your calculator. Negative 135 add on 360 is 225. And you have a negative 660. So you're going to add a negative. So you add on 360. 0, 0, 3. So it's negative. And you add on 360 again. And you get positive 60. So notice, use your calculator and it'll work out to be a 60. So that's 360 is 300, 300, positive 60. Graph each rotation and its smallest positive coterminal angle. So what I mean here, we're going to graph the 600. 600 is made up of 360, done, and 240. So 90, 180. So that's 180. So 60 left right here. So there's the 60 reference angle. So this is the rotation of 600 degrees. Now, so I did all that rotations just to get the reference angle of 60. But if I graph its smallest positive coterminal angle, the smallest positive coterminal angle would have been 240. So you 600, too large, take off 360, you get 240 degrees. So 240 degrees is 90, 180, and 60 more. So graphing the 240 makes the diagram easier to see. So when they're too big, or when the angle rotation gets more than 360, it's easy to subtract and get the smallest positive. If the angle is more than a negative 360, or it was negative, then add on the 360. So like 570, negative 570 is that's a negative 360. So that's 0, 1, that's 210. So we go again. That's 180. So 180. Here we are. The 30 reference. So that's negative 570. But if you graph the smallest positive coterminal angle, if the angle ends up, if you keep, that's a negative, but if you keep going and keep adding on, so if you take 720 and add on 360, you get 0, 1, 2, negative. If you add on 360 again, you get a positive 150. So if you went this way 150 degrees, you get the reference angle of 30. So a positive 150 is the smallest positive coterminal angle and is easy to do. So 240 is the smallest positive coterminal. So it's easier to graph the smallest positive coterminal angle because you're going counterclockwise. So 760 is 360, 720, and I was not drawing the specs, so that reference angle there is 45. So if you take your calculator and subtract 360, you'll get 504. If you subtract 360 again, you'll get 360, you get a 45. And the smallest positive coterminal angle for all of that, if you got 720 and you keep subtracting, the smallest positive coterminal angle is 45. So if you graph the 45 degree angle like that, that's the same as, not the same rotation, but the same reference angle, and gives you the same results in the trig that you're going to do. That brings us to the end of the coterminal angles. Hope you understand. Coterminal angles are angles that end up in the same quadrant with the same terminal arm, same reference angle. And it's easier to graph the smallest positive coterminal angle. You won't have so much rotation in your diagram. If you like my video, click on the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content that's on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye-bye.